Good morning, movers. Welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. It's Tracy, and today's workout is a heavy strength workout. This workout is going to be recommended for advanced movers only, not beginner. All right, the Liftmor trial looked at 101 post-menopausal women with an average age of about 65, and they were women who had osteopenia or osteoporosis. What they wanted to determine is if regular strength training, high-intensity resistance training with impact, in fact, reversed bone mineral density. And here's what they found after 8 months. They saw a 2.9 increase in bone mineral density in the lumbar spine and a 0.3% increase in bone mineral density in the femoral neck. The bottom line was for this trial, heavy progressive resistance training combined with high impact loading was effective for improving bone mineral density. So a lot of you have asked me to do a workout based on this trial, so here it is. The format today is going to be in rep range, and we're going to hit 5 sets of each exercise and 5 reps. I want you to lift between 80 and 85% of your 1 rep max. So how do you determine that? Well, basically it's going to be around that 8 to 9 out of 10 on a rate of perceived exertion, or you want to make sure that you only have about 1 to 2 or 3 reps left in reserve, and that's going to ensure that you're lifting heavy enough. All right, you're going to require a variety of dumbbells for the workout today, and here's what I have lifted. A good reference, but please lift within your abilities. I'm also going to use my bench and my barbell. If you don't have those, I'll show you modifications. We'll start with a warm-up and end with a cool down. These are the type of workouts that I offer my members and the type of scientific coaching and information that we offer them. So if you're interested in joining us, click or tap the card at the top of the screen or check in the description below. All right, let's do this. Let's move daily. Okay. We're gonna start with a warm-up. Go ahead and put heavy strength on the watch here today. Where is mine? Heavy strength, right there. And we're gonna start with a specific warm-up. We're gonna hit a squat pattern, a shoulder press, and a deadlift. Those are the 3 elements that we're gonna be lifting today. Then we're gonna do some impact at the end. Let's start with 8 of everything, and we're gonna do body weight to start with squats. So give me 8 right here. Good, and 2. One more here. Good, and going into shoulder press, not too heavy. I'm just gonna use 10s. You could sit if you'd like. And overhead here for 8. I'm holding 10s. And 2. One more here. Here's 8. And we're gonna go into deadlifts. Again, 8. We're just in warm-up mode. I'm just gonna hold my 20s. Romanian deadlift, hinging at the hips, knees are bent, back is flat for 8. And we reach. Last one here. And there's 8. Good. Now we're gonna do 6 of everything. Back to our squat. This time I'm gonna hold some 15s up on my shoulders. 6 reps. Feet shoulder width apart, nice and tall. Drop for 6. And going into our overhead press for 6. I'm gonna just grab 12s. 6 reps here, knees are soft. And we press. You could do a neutral grip here too, if that's easier on your shoulders. And 6, excellent. Popping up to my 25s for the deadlift. 6 reps here. Nice flat back, reach your hips back, and hinge for 6. Good. Okay, we'll do one more in the warm-up set here. This time, 4 reps. So what can you do for 4? I'm gonna hold 20s up on my shoulders. Up, pop, up. All right, feet are shoulder width apart. 4 reps here, engage your core. Drop for 4. Nice. I'll pop up to 15s for my overhead press. Just 4. Press for 4. And into that deadlift for 4. And I'll take it all the way up to 30s here. And hinge. Nice, okay. Little sip of water. And let's get everything set up here. So we're gonna start with that squat. We're gonna do 5 sets, right in a row with a rest in between, okay? And 5 reps of each. So, little sip. Now, in the Liftmor trial, they did a back squat. So if you're at a gym and you wanna go into a Smith machine, put that weight on your back and hit that squat there. Feel free, but if you don't have that, we're gonna do a squat with the dumbbells up on our shoulders here. Okie dokie. 5. What can you do for 5? I'm gonna hold those 25s up here, but that's what I can do. Lift within your abilities. I'm gonna kick that up with my knee to help. Kick it up. And I've got 5. So I wanna make sure my form is good. Feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back, engage the core. Control the down. Drop. 5. Okay, rest. Woo! Okay, I liked that. Not too shabby. Now, this is where you want to consider how many reps are in reserve. If you have 5, 6, 7 reps left in reserve and you're aiming to lift heavy, right, improve strength and work on bone density for the sake of this type of workout, you only want between 1 and 3 reps left in reserve, not 6, 7, 8, okay? So think about that. You might want to increase your weight. All right, that was 1. We're going into 2. I need to keep track of this somehow. I'm gonna do the same weight for the second set. Here we go. Kick it up. Engage the core. Shoulders back, stick your chest out. Slow on the down to start. For 5. Okay. Now, I definitely had some reps in reserve, so we're gonna move it up. We're gonna move it up. I'm going into 3. Just rest. Whew. This type of workout is a little bit slower. You gotta take that adequate rest in between so you can come back to that heavy weight, because we're aiming for that 80 to 85% of your 1 max rep, okay? 1 to 3 reps left in reserve at this rep range. Coming into 3, third set, I'm gonna go up to my 30s. So that's 60 pounds in total. What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before. And here we go for 5. We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. felt awesome. Really good. Okay. Going into 4. How was that for you? Not too shabby? Good, good. Yeah, this was a tremendous trial that was done over, like I said, an 8-week period, and showed that women with osteopenia and osteoporosis reversed that, and that's such an exciting thing, you know? It's a tool, it's in your hands, and you can do it. But you need to be consistent. This can't just be one and done here, folks. Going into 4. I'm back to my 30s here. Five reps. Okay, very nice. I actually think I might go up on my last one. We're going into 5 because I could have done 8 or 9, I think, with that weight. Just getting used to it. I don't think I've lifted that weight at home before. I mean, I've back squatted heavier than that, but it's been a long time since I've been in the gym, like 8, 10 years maybe. So, okay, so obviously you have to lift whatever you can get on your shoulders safely. If you want to keep the reps slightly higher because you don't have heavy enough weights, I guess you'll have to do that. That's not the intention of this workout, but if you're at home and you're like, well, I don't have those weights, then you're best to challenge the muscles with more reps. I'm holding 35s. Final set here. It's heavy. 5. Okay. Wow. That was work, but that was okay. That was okay. Nice. Very good. Okay, there's our 5 sets of 5. We are going to go into shoulder press next. I'm going to give you a little break here in a second, but I will do mine seated with my tall back of my bench behind me so that I don't arch my back. If you're standing, feel free to do a split stance. Tuck the pelvis under. Push the weights slightly in front, not right out to the side there, just a slightly in front, or bring those elbows in just slightly. Neutral grip is okay. We're going into that shoulder press, and I'm gonna grab my 25s here and have a seat. You could stand, like I said. The researchers added the shoulder press because they wanted to include large compound movements, multi-muscle, multi-joint, in order to recruit all of our skeletal muscles in the body. And yeah, that's why shoulders are included here. I'm gonna hold 25s. We're gonna go for 5 reps. Lift within your abilities. Start light, work your way up. Let's hit our first set here for 5. 5. Here we go. At least a 60-second break in between, folks. That's what the research says is needed. Even up to 90 seconds. You want to make sure the weights are, you're using heavy enough weights to really challenge the muscle, and then we need to let the muscle recover so we can go again hard out of the blocks, okay? So as I said, I know it can be a little bit boring, but that's the name of the game. We're lifting heavy like this. Rest is so important. Okay, so you may not get like super huffy puffy, out of breath and sweaty because we're having that rest period, but we're not working that today. 20 seconds, right? We're working strength, bone mineral density, fast twitch muscle fibers with some of these heavier movements and explosive movements with heavy weight. All right. I'm going back to my 25s, and we're in our second set. 5. Here we go. I definitely don't have more than 3 reps left in the tank with that weight amount. That was 2. We're going into 3. Okay, rest. Whew. How you feeling? Drinking my creatine throughout here. That helps increase blood flow, brings water into the muscles, and lots of research has shown that it helps you to lift or stay in the pocket a little bit longer, lift a little bit heavier because you can stay in the intensity a little bit longer. So it does what it says it's supposed to do. All right, sip and let's go round 3. I'm sticking with the 25s. That's adequate for me. And third set here. We go break up, then we make up. Act like we're gonna be friends. There's the fire, take me higher. Leave it all. There's 5. Nice. And rest. Going into 4. Okay. Whew. How you feeling with the weight amount? I won't go up because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get those 30s over my head, but I'm happy with the 25s for myself. Quite happy. Swing it out. This is if you're at a gym, you're set up in a corner, you've got your little weights around you, and someone was telling me, I can't remember what her name was, but let's say her name was Susie. She's like, everyone knows that's Susie's corner. Don't mess with Susie and her stuff there. She's like, I set up my phone, watch you on my iPad, whatever, get it done together. All right, here's 4. I've got my 25s. Push for 5 reps. 2, 3, 4. One more for me. 5. Wow, nice. Okay. It's feeling good. I'm going into 5. Rest here. Yeah, not everyone loves the overhead press, and if you've had shoulder issues, it's not an ideal lift. You might be better to do a front raise or a lateral raise. But again, the researchers in here, this is what I'm following from the Liftmor trial, this is what they did. So that's why I wanted to include it today. It's good for me. I like it. I mean, I've had some tendinopathy in this shoulder, but it's mostly dissipated, so I feel good doing these overhead lifts. All right, folks. Are you recovered? Last set here with your shoulders. And boom, I'm sticking with 25s. Set 5, 5 reps here. Push for 5. There it is. There it is. Excellent. All right. Fabulous. So we're going to come up to deadlifts next. If you have a barbell that you can incorporate, grab that now, load her up. We're going to do 5 sets of 5 again. Otherwise, dumbbells is great. We're doing a Romanian deadlift. So you've got that bend in the knee, hips go back, and make sure that the shins stay perpendicular to the ground. Doing it in front of something like this to practice to make sure the knees don't go over the toes there in a deadlift. We're here, okay? Draw me back for that. Romanian deadlift. Are you ready for it? All right. I've got my barbell plus 50 plus 20. So 45, 95 plus 20, 115. That's what I'm lifting. All right, 5 reps. We're going into our first set. Are you ready? You can use dumbbells, challenge your muscles. And 5. Woo! That's one. One set down, 4 to go. Going into 2, but taking that break. Nice. Okay. Excellent. How was yours? That's heavy. I'm not gonna go up right now. It's challenging enough for me. And just about in during the shoulder set, I got a little aura migraine, so I got that going on right now. I get it quite frequently, so it's not alarming to me. It's just annoying because it's flashy. I know some of you have it too, but anyway, we endure. All right, thinking about my second set. Remember, 1 to 3 reps left in reserve is what we're jonesing for. Going into 2. Making sure those legs are ready to go. And here we go, into number 2. Power up. Barbell is close to the legs. And 5. Good. Whew. Break. Going into 3. Good to use the barbell from time to time. I mean, it is something that if you're only gonna work out at home and you want to improve strength, eventually you tap out with dumbbells, right? For certain lifts. Upper body, I don't think I'll ever tap out at this rack. But lower body requires, especially glute thrusts. This even isn't heavy enough for me for glute thrusts. But it's good for deadlifts right now. You know, all the other moves, I feel like I can tap out with the weights that I have. So that's kind of what you want to challenge, right? If you want to get stronger or grow the muscle bigger, then you have to progressively overload. All right, we're going into 3. Let's do it. 5 reps. And break. Whew. Okay, going into 4. Nice. It's good, feeling it in the glutes. What you don't want to feel it is in the lower back, so form's really important here, right? A way to test if your hips are going back far enough is to stand about a foot away from a wall and then hit your hinge at the hips. In essence, your butt should tap the wall when you hinge. Okay, that's how far back the hip should go, right? So it's a hinge movement. Going into 4. Making sure you're ready for it. All right, are we ready for our 4th set here? Of course, you can take more time, up to 2 minutes even, if you need it. I'm okay to go, so here we go. And 5 reps. Woo! Oops, that was loud. Good. Going into 5. Okay. I mean, I could maybe go up in weight. I think I'll keep it there just because I haven't done this weight in a while. So even though I feel like I could go up today, I always want to slowly, add weight so that I can show up again tomorrow. But usually a strength workout like this doesn't make me too sore. It's the hypertrophy workouts where we're extending the reps in that 10 to 12 rep range and the volume is higher that can make me a little bit more sore. So I think I'll be okay, but I'm gonna keep it here today. And we'll do one more set. Feeling good about it? Me too. Okie dokes. And we're into set 5 reps. Barbell's the same for me. And here we go. And 5. I'm dancing all these tears away. No time for I'm dancing all these fears away. There's 5. Whew. Okay. Nice. Now, we're going to move into a jumping protocol. What they did was a hang from the bar, well, chin up, jumping chin up, and then a drop down onto a hard surface. Now, I know most of you aren't going to have a bar. I am going to use mine just to show you what can be done and how this trial went. You could also do a box jump. You could step up, okay, and jump down. Now, we don't want to absorb the weight as much. It's more of a harder landing, a softness in the knee, but we want that impact. If you don't have anything to jump down from, you could broad jump, okay, as well. And if you don't want to do any of that, if you haven't done a lot of jumping, you could do heel drops with a hard surface there too. All right, so we're gonna do 5 sets of 5, I think. I'm gonna check my phone, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing. So join me back for that. All right, we want to progress to a stiffer leg landing. So you can start with a very absorbed landing. And again, you've got all the variations that I showed you before this. I'm gonna jump up for 5, land. We're gonna do 5 in a row. And here we go. So we jump and 1, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. What's gonna be the hard thing is the pull-up, not the landing. Okay, good gravy, Tracy. What did you get yourself into here? I'm just gonna grab a sip of water, take a little break in between your jumps here. Yeah, that's gonna be work on my back and my biceps. This is what they did though. And again, they didn't just go right into it. They did weeks and weeks of acclimation, right? That's why I said you have to be advanced to do this workout to start. We don't take a beginner and just put them on all of this stuff ever. That would be stupid because then they couldn't show up again tomorrow. All right, set 2. I could also use a chair step to step up on, which I might do, we'll see. All right, set 2, 5 reps. Oh goodness, I might get this to help me. All right, so second set in, little break. How you doing so far? Do you have something to jump up on? Yeah, you could, you'd have to be careful that you don't land on the chair or the step, but you could put something there to help you and get up to that chin up position, right? So I have that bar there that's locked in. I might help myself if I need. We're going into our third set, folks. I should do this more often. Are you ready? We got 5 reps. Set 3, then work. There's 5. All right, going into set 4. Whew. Definitely harder than I thought. But yeah, so you could just push yourself up and then hit your drop. So when we land on a very cushioned floor, it absorbs some of that impact, right? If we have very cushiony shoes, that also absorbs some of the impact. So even that heel drop, you know, with a barefoot or a minimalist shoe might be better than having a really thick cushioned shoe like I'm wearing today. Set 4. Honestly, it's my back and biceps that are screaming right now. Gotta do more of this, girl. Okay, set 4. Here we go for 5. 5. Hiya! One more set. Whew. Yeah, I don't use this very often because most people don't have this in their home gym, but I should practice these more. And this is really good for hanging leg raises, which is a superior exercise if you want to develop your abdominal wall, especially those rectus abdominis, lower abs. Very good for that. Well, we have one more, folks. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? All right. Set 5 and work for 5. Last for me. 3, 2, 1, you're done. You've moved daily in your about 30-minute Liftmor protocol. Again, the key was consistency. They did this workout 2 times a week for 8 weeks and then saw the benefits that I listed at the very beginning there. So tremendous. May as well give it a shot if you enjoy this type of lifting. If you don't enjoy it, you tried it, that's okay. Do what you love, because that's gonna ensure you show up again tomorrow, and that's the key. All right, let's stretch it out. Okay, stretching. Let's go on the back into a glute stretch right here. Cross over into that 4 position, reach through and pull that leg in. Now again, you don't have to train this way. This was what the researchers determined would be good movement patterns to see if consistent high intensity resistance training with impact would make a difference in women with osteopenia or osteoporosis. And then what they found out is that it did. So a couple of things, switch sides. You always want to work your way up, of course, to anything that is high intensity resistance training. So that's why I gave that caveat at the beginning. You should be an advanced lifter already. Secondly, yes, doing things that you enjoy is key, and so many things can lead to an increase in bone mineral density. Let's bring those legs across, and you know, I've shared this story before, my mom has done it without doing any of this, okay? She just dedicated herself to like walking over 10,000 steps a day and then going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, consistently for years and years and years and years. Like since the pandemic. So it's been, 6 years for sure. And she has reversed her osteoporosis from being a T-score of minus 2.7, and 0 and above is good. So she went from minus 2.7 up to minus 2.1. So she's still in the danger zone, but what she's doing is working. And at the age of 78, 79, the doctor's like, that is incredible. We never see that. Let's stretch one leg out and reach up. So it can be done. And she didn't do any of this. So that's what I'm saying is like, you don't have to do this, but switch sides. A lot of people were asking what the Liftmor trial was and could I do a workout that highlighted the protocol. And this is, you know, this is what they did there. So, all right, let's come up to seated, shoulders, stretch, reach across. Anyway, I liked it. It's good for challenging your strength. And if you wrote your weight amounts down, that's really important because then when you come back to it, you can progressively overload if the target is to get stronger. Okay, if you want to get stronger, you got to know what you're lifting and then begin to challenge that with overload as the weeks go on. So you definitely can. And of course, a byproduct is that you're going to build muscle in this rep range as well as strength. So you get a little twofer, a little twofer. All right, well, that was good. Thanks for joining. I liked it. Let's just stretch calves here for a second. I'm just gonna grab those shoes, gently pull. I feel like I'm not gonna feel this too bad tomorrow. Like I said, there wasn't as much volume, although we did do the 5 sets of 5. Yeah, for me, it's the hypertrophy workouts where we're jonesing to build muscle and we're in that 10 to 12 rep range and we're really, you know, bringing it toward failure. I feel far more fatigue in those workouts than this type, but I'm glad you joined me and I'm glad we did it. All right, workouts like this are in our membership, so check that out right there. Join us this fall and we'll see ya in the next one.